Hey everybody and welcome back. Today we're taking a look at the Zhiyun Crane 4 combo. This is my first collaboration with Zhiyun and I plan to mount my 1DX Mark II with a heavier lens to really stress test this gimbal. But I'm waiting for the right lens at the moment, which is on the way, so that full test will follow shortly. So for now, I've been testing it thoroughly and spending time getting familiar with how it performs. So let's take a closer look at the Crane 4 combo. The first thing I noticed was the case. It comes in a sturdy mesh hard case where everything straps in securely. It feels protective and well designed, which is important when handling expensive equipment. When I took the gimbal out for the first time, the build quality stood out immediately. It just felt solid and well made. After using it for a while, it started to feel natural in the hand and very comfortable to work with. The overall construction just feels premium and thoughtfully designed, especially if you plan to use it with heavier camera setups. So talking about balancing, balancing a gimbal is usually the most time-consuming part of the process, as you all know. You adjust it, turn it on, and hope everything is dialed in correctly. But the Crane 4 simplifies this with built-in balancing indicator lights. If the lights are white, the setup is balanced. If they're red, adjustments are still needed. Now, I'm so good at balancing gimbals that I nail it on the first try. Mostly because I don't really see the point in stress testing the gimbal just for showcasing this feature. You'll just have to trust me on this, but all jokes aside, it makes the setup way easier and removes the guesswork completely. It's a simple feature, but it genuinely improves the experience. Now talking about ergonomics and handling, the combo version includes a wrist support and a side handle. The wrist support helps reduce strain during longer shooting sessions and make the setup way more comfortable to operate. It's a game changer. And the side handle adds flexibility. You can shoot lower in suitcase style position or rotate it and use both hands for additional control. The setup just feels solid and secure. One detail to be aware of is the locking mechanism on the side handle. It uses a screw-based design, and depending on how you grip it, it can gradually loosen if your hand brushes against it during use. It's not unsafe or poorly built in any kind of way, but it does require a little bit of attention to how tightly it's screwed and how you hold it while shooting, so just keep that in mind. The tripod base has long legs and a wide stance, which provides good stability when placing the gimbal down on flat surfaces. Like the side handle, the base also uses a screw-based locking system, so if you hold the gimbal by the base for extended periods of time, you may notice it slowly begin to loosen a little bit. And this again, not a major issue, but it's something to keep in mind so you can maintain a secure connection without over-tightening it. Now let's talk a little bit about the built-in LED light. The Crane 4 includes a built-in LED light on the side of the gimbal. It might not be the main reason to purchase this product, but it becomes very useful when you need it. The light is brighter than expected, and both brightness and color temperature can be adjusted. You can adjust it between warmer tones and daylight balanced light, depending on how you like it. For a quick fill light without adding more gear to your setup, it works really well and adds some nice flexibility. So one thing that blew me away here is the motors on this gimbal. The motors are extremely quiet on this thing and barely noticeable during operation. That's especially important when shooting indoors or working close to microphones. Movement feels smooth and controlled, and for most of my testing, I've been using it with the Fujifilm GFX50R paired with the 50mm f3.5 lens. It's not the lightest setup and you would never in your right mind film with this camera, but the footage has a beautiful look because of the 50R's beautiful aesthetics. Wow, Fujifilm really makes some incredible cameras, don't they? But as mentioned earlier, I plan to test the Crane 4 with the 1DX Mark II and a heavier lens. And the lens I need is on its way, and once it arrives, I will revisit this gimbal and see how it performs with a heavier... Well, what do you know? It looks like our mystery lens has arrived. So let's unbox it and put this bad boy to the test. So now we're talking here. We're mounting the 1DX Mark II with the Canon L series 70-200mm 2.8 USM Mark II. Wow, that's a holy grail lens, as everybody knows. And this is not a small setup. This is the kind of combination that separates serious gimbals from the ones that struggle. And once mounted and balanced, the Crane 4 handles it without complaint beautifully. No excessive motor noise, no visible strain. It just feels stable and confident even with this heavier configuration. Now this is the kind of setup I wanted to test from the beginning. I mean, look at this thing. Have you ever seen such a beast on such a small and flexible gimbal? This shot alone should be enough to convince anyone that this is a proper piece of kit to include in your arsenal. And the Crane 4 includes multiple mounting points for things like monitors, microphones, or wireless transmitters. That allows you to build out the setup depending on what you need. And there are also connectivity options that let you connect your camera directly to the gimbal and control recording from the handle. And once that's configured, this should make the shooting process even smoother. Now let's talk about some of the things I like to see improve. Now that we pushed it a bit, there are a few minor refinements that could improve future versions of this gimbal. Both the side handle and the tripod base rely on a screw-based locking system. They work well, but a different locking design might reduce the chance of gradual loosening during extended use. Now these are not major concerns, as I mentioned in the beginning, but small adjustments that can make an already good product even better, it's always worth it. So what's my final thoughts on this? Overall, the Crane 4 just feels like a well-built and reliable tool. The balancing indicator lights improve setup efficiency, the built-in LED adds flexibility, the motors are quick and smooth, and with the heavier 1DX and the 70-200 setup mounted, it still feels stable and controlled. It just feels ready for serious use. So if you're considering it, I will leave a link in the description below. And let me know what you think in the comments, and consider subscribing if you would like to see more detailed gear reviews just like this one. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care now.